Alright, 69-second summary for my most hated Pokemon ever because stupid me didn't want to use the walkthrough in Sun and Moon, spent hours raising a male Salandit, then dumped it in the PC forever when I learned it couldn't evolve. I've been pretty harsh when it comes to Salazzle EX. Other hit and runners like Low Kicks and Excelgor seemed better and easier to get up and running while not giving up 2 prizes. But all of my pre-release preview videos were in the mindset of last format. This new format doesn't have Counter Catcher or Iron Bundle, making gusting much tougher. That's perfect for cards with an attack that reminds me of my favorite Kristen Bell movie. For 2 fire, Salazzle does 100 damage while also poisoning and burning. Getting 2 fire on somebody in 2026 is surprisingly difficult, and the only true way to do it out of nowhere is with Ethan's Ho-Oh and Energy Switch. As for taking advantage of the status conditions, the obvious place to start is with Pecharunt and Perilous Jungle. Now they're taking 80 damage between turns from poison plus 20 from burn for a total of 200. And if they're unable to retreat or switch, life's even worse for them. Other options for this deck include Magmortar, who increases burn damage by 30, though it is a stage 1, but it doesn't have to be in the active. Turtonator, meanwhile, is funny, forcing them to discard an energy if they hit into it. Additionally, while Mimikyu is gone, we do still have Sylveon. This is better than Crustle because its low retreat cost means it's balloonable. Basically, there's plenty of ways to play with the Hot MILF, you just have to hope they're not very bossy. Wait, what? Wait. If anyone wants to play the Punisher sound effect, it's on the soundboard. So they have 4 Sacred Ass in this deck. This is, I mean, I'm happy to see something different, but I don't know why you'd pair it with Dracloak, obviously, but I don't know why. Like, okay, yes, Dracloak puts somebody on the bot, but it puts it on the bottom of your deck. And then we just get double. So, oh my! This is the 4th water deck in a row. I just realized this is another water deck. Luckily, it doesn't matter because we're gonna win. But I have to go. Oh geez, how do I play this? I guess I go into the Turtle Man. I guess I go into the Turtonator. Because taking the knockout seems really good. I will... Actually, no, I'll give him the Budew. I'll give him the Budew. Yeah, this is... I haven't faced anything except for water decks today. Well, I mean, I did technically face a Diancie deck, but they just immediately conceded when they got a bad hand. And Lena, thank you. Only a Prime, Lena. I'm very disappointed in you. You could have been my only tier 3 sub. I'm very disappointed in you, Lena. Yeah, the Salazzle, yeah, don't worry. I don't bling out my cards. This is just how Salazzle looks. The worst high 5 you could ever ask for. So, fun fact, I should have grabbed the Pecharunt. Fun fact, should have grabbed Pecharunt. That would have been a lot smarter. Because I forgot how many hit points Misty's Gyarados had. But that's okay. You know, it's just another water deck. It's just water decks all day. Academy at night. I mean, believe it or not, this is going to be a playable deck with Chaos Rising. Because we're getting big catch net. So we have Sacred Ass, which is shuffling 5 Pokemon. And then we have big catch net, which is shuffling... I love it when it's just like, oh, they got rid of some Sacred Ass.
When Lapras X deck.
I'm never playing Lapras EX, okay? Lapras EX is never going to happen. Stop trying to make fetch happen. Then we got a Poké Pad for a Pecharunt. This is GG right here. This is absolute GG territory. But you put in 4 Sacred Ass, you put in 4 big catch net, and you're just pretty much good to go. And I think, no, we don't waste time. We just go, we don't waste time with thinking here. But Colt, no Lapras EX, okay? If I'm playing one hit and run deck from 2026, it is... Yeah, that doesn't matter, because they're just knocked out. They don't get to play Fez. If I'm playing one hit and run deck, it's Salazzle. It's not Lapras. So, do I have Bait Catch Net saved on my Femputer? That is the question. Press 1 if you think Trust Your Past Pilot is smart. No, I have Bug Catching set. Bait Catch Net. I do not have it. So, yeah, just I'm too lazy to put it on screen. It's shuffle in 3 water Pokemon and 3 water energy. So it's perfect for Gyarados. Sacred Ash and Max Rod. Well, Max Rod's not as good, but Sacred Ash, obviously, shuffle up to 5 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck. And then Misty's Gyarados, discard the top 7 cards of your deck, does 70 damage for each Misty's Pokemon. So it's just a lot of recycling. Like, you can one-shot everything, because you can do, what, 490 damage? It's just, you have to make sure you don't hit your Sacred Asses and your other things. And Misty's Psyduck is also really good, because you can just discard it, discard all cards, and put this on the bottom, on the top of your deck. But you have to discard the bottom card of your deck. So there's a lot of synergy. Like, when I played Misty's Gyarados, I enjoyed it, but I think they're realizing that, yeah, they're not in a great spot right now. I got it from Snoo Snoo. Okay, so they gave me a perfect hand. So it's really funny. Today has been so weird. I haven't lost. I've only faced water decks, and apparently they're just gonna... Oh, no. Okay, that's actually kind of best case scenario for them. Believe it or not, that's kind of best case scenario. I know it seems weird, but that's actually good for them, right? Because now I have to find a retreat card or a switch card or an energy. Well, we did get it, so they're just out of it. And now they're gonna probably... Oh, they don't even have a backup Magikarp either. This is bad. I mean, there's nothing else to say. Keep in mind, this is a very it's a high risk, high reward deck. It can do massive amounts of damage, but obviously it doesn't choose. So there's a lot of other cards that are like, look at the top 6 cards of your deck and then discard all future Pokemon, and then you deal damage based on the number of future Pokemon you discarded. With this, it's just a blanket, discard the 7, do the damage. And there we go, opponent conceded. No, you don't run 24 energy. It's about Misty's Pokemon, so it's not about energy, it's Misty's Pokemon. So you just run 4 of every Misty's Pokemon. I understand their decision for Dracloak because it lets you keep a Pokemon on the bottom of your deck or someone on the bottom of your deck, but then you have to shuffle your deck to get them to the top, or you can Academy at Night. So I think you just have to high roll it and just say, as much as I would love to play Dracloak and Misty's Gyarados, just 4 Sacred Ash, 4 Big Catch Net, and just believe. That's a grass energy. Love to see it. Love to see it. Okay, so let's thin out, double Salandit. I think we Ultra Ball away the Jellicent and the grass energy. We go for a Frillish. All right, if I can just get Psychic Energy, Air Balloon, we should be fine. Okay, well, we didn't get Psychic Energy. Oh, we did. I didn't see that for a second. All right, so we got Psychic Energy, Air Balloon. Unfair Stamp is, yeah, just if anybody was knocked out. All right, all right. I don't have a playable hand for next turn, but we can item lock them twice. And what are they going to do? Draw 100 cards and win? I'd like to see them try. All right, so they will be item locked for at least another turn because they can't get an Alakazam this turn. But this is just a rough matchup. If I was playing the Pecharunt build, if I was playing any other build of this deck, other than the worst one, I truly believe the Jellicent build is the worst one, and I can't believe someone in Japan did something with it. It's the craziest deck you've seen since Tyrogue. Hey, if you haven't seen my YouTube shorts, I think I posted the list in one of the shorts. I hope they realize if I get a Jellicent, the game is over. I hope they realize. But yeah, Telepathic, this card is just absolutely broken in this deck. Just, hey, go get... Oh, right, and yeah, speaking of broken, this happens every time you look at a card when you try to do something. So yeah, speaking of broken, Telepathic Psychic Energy. And fun fact about Crispin that none of you probably realized is that you can Crispin for a Fire and a Psychic, and then you put the Psychic into your hand, and you can get it powered up. So yeah, this is what I wanted to test, is how much does Crispin help? And it's like, it helps immensely. It helps very bigly. All right, in this situation, I I think I go into the Frillish and just say, you can knock out the Frillish. Please knock out the Frillish. And there goes the telepathic psychic. All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't hate that. I'm totally okay with that. As long as they don't have a bosses, we're fine. You can get as many Alakazam as you want. It's as long as you don't have a bosses. No, I want them to knock out the Frillish. I wanted them to knock out the Frillish. That's why I promoted this Frillish, is because I wanted them to knock it out. Because then I can activate Unfair Stamp, and they wasted rare candy. It's as long as they don't have bosses. That is the only thing, and they should not pop the Dunsparce. Oh, they should not have put that into play. Okay, so this does complicate things a little bit. Like, yeah, the Fezandipiti is good for them. There's a Slowking. What exactly is the point of Slowking in here? Do they... Like, what is the point? Is there something I'm missing? Is there some spicy thing from Japan? And ABJ, how do you see the Japanese list? You watch Trust Your Pilot's videos. That's how you find out the list. And, of course, they had the bosses. Oh, but they don't have a knockout. Oh, that's spicy. Things are getting a little too spicy for the pepper here. All right. Well, unfortunately, Salazzle does a total of 130 damage. So they will have to retreat, but I also have to retreat. Ooh, there's a tripler. Okay, well, we have to save the triple acceleration. I have to attach, and then, yeah, we retreat. Go into that guy. I don't think it's time to bosses. Unless I go for the Duns. Well, I can knock out the Slowking, but I don't want to do that either. Right? I don't really want to do any of that. I just want to promote the Frillish, let them knock it out. And then what I can do is I can just see how the turn goes, because if they don't retreat this Alakazam, it gets knocked out due to poison. You know, healing the burn doesn't matter. For those of you who don't know, and yeah, Articuno, I think Articuno should be in the deck. That is one card I forgot to put in here. Is what the hell is Articuno? But for those of you who don't know, burn is 20 damage during Pokemon checkup, but you flip a coin. If its heads, burn is healed. Poison is persistent. So poison, it's like, I can't remember what they were talking about Linkin Park song, but it never goes away. Poison is always there unless you evolve, retreat, or switch. And another fun fact about status conditions is you can only have one of confusion, paralysis, or sleep at the same time. So that's a thing that PDCGL kind of messes with people, and they had to retreat. Yeah, they had to do that. But that's kind of a thing that PDCGL gets a bit wrong here. Is that in real life, you move the card. So in real life, there's poison and burn markers, and then you move the card either to the left, right, or down. What the hell? So do they have a Kyurem in here? Do they have a, is this the spicy Slowking Kyurem tech? I mean, this is going to be pretty crazy. They're going to knock out Frillish, Salazzle. But then I just stamp them to 2 and they can't activate Fezandipiti. So yeah, this is going to be the craziest Alakazam game I've ever seen. Yes, if you didn't know, your card turns a specific way based on the sleep, paralysis, or confusion status condition. Yeah, they got it. That's pretty cool. I mean, they did have to get rid of all their energy, and I'm about to stamp them, and that's really bad. But Frillish, Salazzle, done. Pretty cool, but again, this is not necessarily the situation that you want to do that. Yeah, they don't really have any card draw now. Yeah, Team Rocket's Articuno. If you're really worried about this matchup, for sure. So let's go, I guess, just Unfair Stamp. Keep everything. And get nothing. Keep everything, get nothing. So in this situation, I mean, we're going to knock out the Slowking, so I don't really care about my board position here. So I can play with my balls. I can get rid of this and this. I have nothing left. The only thing I can go get is a Frillish, which I don't even know if I want in this situation. I do have a Crispin. I think I get the Frillish. You know, I don't necessarily want to, but I think I do right now. And then I retreat into Salazzle. The Slowking gets knocked out. I promote the Moralul. Hope they don't have it like that. Because remember, this is the best thing is Fezandipiti doesn't activate off of this. But the problem is I don't have... Ooh, that's a terrible card right now. That's a useless card right now. Thank you. They definitely think they can use the Fez. Oh my god, are you kidding me? All right, well, I just have to bounce between Jellicent and Salazzle for the rest of the game. No, they don't have a Dunsparce. There's zero chance they have a Dunsparce. Zero chance. Oh my god. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me right now? Stamp to 2, Wondrous Patch Lilies. Oh man. Yep. You know, they got the Slowking combo, Stamp to 2, everything they need. Yep, that's how it is. Oh man, well, this is really bad. I guess what I do is... I guess I have to bosses the Fez? Yeah, I mean... They're down 2 Wonders Patch. I have no good moves here. Because I can't play with my balls. I have to go into the Frillish. All right, so let's Ultra Ball. We'll go for this and this. We'll go for the Jellicent. I think this might be the smartest play. I don't think it's a good play, but I think it's the smartest play. God, I wish I was playing any other build than the Jellicent build. And we would be absolutely cooking them right now. But maybe they just can't get it up like that. And obviously, I wish I had Team Rocket's Articuno and all the other things, because the Slowking doesn't knock out Team Rocket's Articuno. Does Articuno... Wait, no, it has 110. 120? 110? Trust your pilot's doing some quick thinking here. Yeah, it has 120. My first instinct was right. It has 120. Bosses, are you kidding me? I stamp you to 2 when you have no card draw, and then you get Lily's Wondrous Patch, and then bosses the next turn. And remember, they were item locked unless they got bosses. The only way they could un-item lock themselves is with bosses, and... Okay, but believe it or not, this is actually a good thing. Wait, what? Wait, what? Okay, so I think they're letting me have it this... I don't think they're going for it this turn. Yeah, they're going for the Slowking, but don't... Are they just out of Abra? No, I think like they didn't have the knockout this turn, I would assume, and I think they're playing for next turn. They saw me ditch a bosses. They know I'm riding the struggle bus right now because PDCGL is laughing in my face. But they're living on the high, they're high rolling it right now. But that was actually really good. Right? Because by doing that, they have made it that the Jellicent isn't going to be damaged, because I would have had to go into the Jellicent. So yeah, I think they just threw. I believe they just threw the game. There's a lucky helmet. Well, that's a card. That is absolutely a card that exists. All right, well, I have to go Diarrhea Nails. We have to hit into the Alakazam. Perilous Jungle. Perilous Jungle. Wherefore art thou, Perilous Jungle? All right, the burn doesn't matter. They're probably just going to retreat again. But eventually they have to run out of items or something, right? Eventually they have to run out of recovery and energy and items. And that's where I'm going to pounce. Okay. They're going to get Ursaluna Dunsparce. Oh my god. I can't win. There's no winning. Okay, but if they don't retreat, we're fine. But obviously, they'll probably, if they got an energy, they'll just retreat into a Dunsparce, But maybe they don't have an energy. That could be a thing that happens here, is maybe they just don't have the energy. Oh, they didn't have the energy. Okay. So, I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do here. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do. Because they could very easily get it up. Ooh, there's a Judge. Okay, never mind that. Oh, but I can't use Judge and Surfer in this. Oh my god. Okay, if I knock out the Dunsparce, they just slap down Ursaluna and win the game. I have 2 Salazzle in there. Okay, actually, it doesn't matter. If they do the Slowking thing again, that's actually fine, because I wouldn't be able to get it up anyway. Okay, so I could Nasty Plot. If I Nasty Plot and go for the Fez, is that the smart play? Or do I think I just Judge. I think I just Judge. We know they have all the good cards in their hand. If I can get a switch or something. The deck plays Perilous. You're telling me now the deck plays Perilous Jungle? Oh, that would have saved me a million turns ago. Oh, wow. Oh, wowee, pilot. Ooh, wee. Ooh, wee. Oh, my God. Okay. All right, that's going to go there. I have Surfer. We're going to figure it out, okay? We're going to figure this out. We're going to win this game. They can't play any items. How can I possibly lose? Oh my god, every time! How am I supposed to play Pokemon cards when PDCGL is I'm facing 2 opponents at once. I'm facing 2 opponents at once. How are you supposed to win at Pokemon cards when you're facing exactly Clan Burglar? Exactly. Why? Why did they do that? Yeah, they play 5 Lillie. There's the Ursaluna. So, yeah, they just kind of got it like that. Yeah, like you said, they just need an energy. But they can't play any items, so they can't use Night Stretcher. So maybe they just won't get it, you know? Remember when I judged them to 4 cards? Remember when I judged them to 4 cards? Wasn't that fun? Remember when I gave them 4 cards? All right, well, there's a telepathic. I don't think there's anything I can do other than just hope they don't got it like that. So we'll attach that there. I really wish this Salazzle wasn't damaged. That'd be super cool if this Salazzle was not damaged. Okay, that's cool. There's Shiinotic. Huh. Well, I win the game if they can't find an energy. And if they have to believe in a Night Stretcher, then we win. So it's all going to come down to whether or not they can just naturally get an energy. If they can, they win. If they can't, they lose. The freaking Perilous Jungle, the freaking Unfair Stamp, the freaking Judge. If one thing had gone right, this game would have been over like 5 minutes ago. Please, PDCGL, you can screw me over. Okay, this means they have to Dunsparce for the energy. No, they can't. They would have to have Wonders Patch. There's no way. They would have to have Wonders Patch to bring down the axe. So if you're wondering, bring down the axe instantly KOs any Pokemon with a special energy attached. Guess who has a special? Yes! Get absolutely freaking wrecked, Alakazam! Oh yeah, best Jellicent Salazzle player in the world. Oh, that's peak right there. Call me Pichu's evolved form, because that was Pikachu. Are you freaking kidding me with the second Ho-Oh here? Now you're actively trolling me. Okay, so let's go. I guess I get Morlul Salandit. And I know we're probably going to lose this game, but you never thought about what if we didn't. That's where you lack the thinking of a master baiter such as myself. All right, I mean, we know for a fact they're not going to Budew me. They're not going to mountain Budew me because they can't. Hopefully they don't have an energy in the discard pile. They do not. That's good. Dragapult always has it. Yep, they just top deck the Dracloak. And then they're gonna get, yep, Blaziken. They're gonna have a Naveen for no reason. But we'll be fine. We will be totally fine. That Fezandipiti isn't going anywhere. The Fezandipiti is stuck. Stuck like my stepsister in the baby swing set at the, oh no, no, scratch that. Washing machine. Obviously washing machine. Okay, we're fine. That's pretty good. I mean, we are kind of in the game right now because we're facing a Dragapult deck that only slightly has everything. Wait, no, we want Shiinotic. We want to get Shiinotic with Shiinotic. Actually, no, we want to get the Pecharunt. I think it's just Pecharunt and hope they don't got it like that. Pecharunt, hope they don't got it like that, and hope I do got it like that. Like a doo-dong. I did not get it like that, but we did get the Shiinotic. So in this situation, is this just another item lock? Because, no, because if they just attach an energy to Fez, they can re-accelerate it with Blaziken. But they can't knock anybody out on my bench. So I think that's good. They can't knock out anybody on my bench, so I guess I just let them if they want to do that, right? Because I can, if they knock out the Budew, I can promote the Shiinotic, I can put their Dragapult to sleep, I can Air Balloon the Shiinotic, retreat into the Salazzle, and then just hope. And then, of course, they had the, but I mean, with triple Dracloak, they're going to get everything. Holt is a 2-turn kill with Pecharunt. If I promote the Pecharunt, it is. The issue, of course, is that my butt is about to get sucked, and I have not had any prep time. But they're about to taste my wrath of an Unfair Stamp. Oh, yeah. Let's see what you think about an Unfair Stamp. Yeah, you can have all the energy. I mean, they have double Dracloak now and Dragapult. So what they need to do is just attach to... They needed to attach a Psychic. So it looks like they're just going to Jet Headbutt. Oh, that's great. So they needed to attach a Psychic. They probably are going to attach it to the Blaziken. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. I still think I stick with my strategy of... I don't know why. I mean, I put the Grass Energy in the deck because this way you can attack with Shiinotic. It does hit for a Grass Weakness. It can do 6,000. Really? Really? Seriously? You're going to do that to me now? Last turn, we could have won the game if you just showed up one turn earlier. Would have been so cool of you. Would have been real swellow of you, huh? Would have been real swellow of you. Get it? Because there's a Pokemon called Swell. All right, we do Unfair Stamp. Okay. Yeah, we got to go for a Salandit for sure here. I could also go for Turtonator. But, like, we're very low on balloons right now. My balls are almost empty, and that's not a good sign. All right, Calming Light. If they stay asleep, the game is over. Right? If they can't retreat this Dragapult, I believe the game is over. I'm going to be very thin on energy and balloons here. So I have to be very careful. Like, I know for a fact it's going to... Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, the flip was for the burn. Oh, that's amazing. I thought the flip was for the sleep. Okay, so they're still asleep. This is great. And unfortunately, I do have to... Oh, no. They're going to be able to activate the Fezandipiti. I have Surfer, which is good. So this is kind of bad, but I mean, they've already gotten themselves out of it. You know, I stamped them to 2 and they got a Lillies. So I can't really be surprised when they just get it all like that. But this could very well be a winnable game here. I just wish I had Perilous Jungle. I just wish I had Perilous Jungle. Oh no, I'm just a little boy lost in the Perilous... Ah, crap. I'm just a wee little boy lost in the Perilous Jungle. I hope nothing bad happens to me. Ooh, I hope if I bend down to pick up this 4-leaf clover, nothing bad happens. All right, so... I mean, do I really want to waste the Surfer here? Not really. Yeah, I think I've used, yeah, every time I've used Stamp, they've got no Lilies. That's PDCGL for you. All right, so let's Surfer just in case. I think just in case I do get Perilous Jungle. You can suck my butt clean. All right. So then, yeah, we'll go Retreat. I have to go into Salazzle. Diarrhea Nails. And in this situation, we promote the Sylveon. Okay, so the thing that I was trying to avoid. So why was I digging so hard for Perilous Jungle? God, I hate this game so much. I unfair stamp everyone into Lilies. Okay, but Perilous Jungle, I was 20 damage short of knocking out the Dragapult through status conditions, which would have negated Fezandipiti's ability. So Perilous Jungle would have been... No, because it was at 240. It was at 240, so the Dragapult would have been at 300 damage. So I would have been 20 short. Guess how much damage Perilous Jungle would have added? You'll never guess how much extra damage the Perilous Jungle would have... Do you see how deck building works? You know, you can build the best deck you've ever thought of, but then the prizing mechanic just says, nah. Okay, I spent hours building this deck, testing it. It's the perfect 60 cards. I'm ready for every matchup. Prize card mechanic, nah, bro. Your 6 best cards for this matchup? All prize, bro. Sorry, bro. All right, the Monkey Dory is not good. But if they have no energy in the discard pile, I can bring up the Blaziken. All right. Okay. So the Pecharunt is getting knocked out, but they can't do anything to my Sylveon. But they have an 11-card hand, and I don't play Xerosic. And they also have Monkey Dory, and they're going to be able to retreat and bounce between Dragapult the entire game. So we have to hope the sleep sticks. That is our prerogative here. As Britney Spears always says, that is my pierogi. Why are you eating it? I was saving it for later. All right, so they're going to knock out the Pecharunt. The Monkey Dory is a huge problem, but don't forget, I have access to Ho-Ho. I can maybe Ho-Oh at some point. Probably not, but maybe. All right, there's a Lilies. That's fine. I think it's just switch into the Shiinotic. Perilous Jungle. I mean, the only way I'm winning this game is if I'm a little bit risky at some point. Like, I have to risk it at some point to get the biscuit, and I think this is as good a time as any. But then the Monkey Dory messes up the math, of course. So let's go Lilies. And there's Energy Switch Bosses. Ooh, I can put 2 energy on the Ho-Oh. Oh, I almost accidentally went into the Pecharunt. I almost pulled a pilot. Almost pulled a pilot there. All right, so Pecharunt goes in the active. The Monkey Dory messes everything up. But if they stay burned and sleep... Okay, that's not the one we care about. We want Tails on the sleep. So that's for burn. This is for sleep. We want them to stay asleep. Yes! Oh my god, the Shiinotic? You are the goat of this deck, Shiinotic. I would let your fingers do anything they want to me. Mr. Burns in the Force in the X-Files episode, that's who they based Shiinotic on. Just like how they based Gumshoes on Trump. They based this on Mr. Burns from the X-Files episode of The Simpsons. You can put your fingers wherever you want, Shiinotic. Pretend I'm a phone screen, finger me all over. All right. So, yeah, what they don't realize is that Ho-Oh heals 50 damage from each of your Pokemon. So I'm kind of banking on them... What the hell? I'm kind of banking on them doing all the things. Even tickle you? Nah, the tickling's the best part. Why do you think I never wear socks? Okay, so and they stayed burned. So I can literally do nothing and be fine. So they're not asleep. So I can retreat. I can retreat into the Sylveon, which I think is what I'm going to do here. I think I retreat into the Sylveon. Judge. Because they're still going to take 5, right? They're going to take exactly 5 because the burn never went away. It never goes away. And now you've become a part of me. So they're going to take exactly 5. No Fez for you. Sylveon up front. Judge. Judge, yes. We're going to save some of the other pieces for later just in case. There's another Perilous Jungle. Yeah, I guess it's just an end turn. So this essentially forces them to either bosses or attack with the Monkey Dory, and probably they're going to attack with the Monkey Dory. But this is so cool, because remember, they got rid of all their Dracloak because they evolved. They don't realize that Fezandipiti doesn't work. Because remember, Fezandipiti specifically states, okay, thank you. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out, okay, all right, were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, Pokemon checkup is between turns. So there you go. Not during your opponent's last turn. Yeah, the Monkey Dory is very annoying, but I still have Shining Fingers. That's actually the perfect combo. Shining Fingers with Shiinotic. My fingers are so shiny. You don't want to know where they've been. All right. They're going to confuse my Sylveon. The question is, what do I do? Because the Monkey Dory is going to get knocked out between turns, so I think I just thin the deck to get to a bosses. I think that's all I do. I just thin the deck as much as possible. Every single card that I can play, I am playing. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Just every card I can get rid of, I'm going to get rid of right now. This and this. And you're probably wondering, why am I not getting rid of the Buddy-Buddy Poffin? Because I can thin the Buddy-Buddy Poffin out of my deck a lot easier than anything else. Because I don't want to bench a Salandit. I don't want to bench a thing. I can fail the Poffin. And that was okay, we just need this and we win. So let's go Hard Retreat, Salazzle, and then Diarrhea Nails. Now here's the question. Now here's the wrinkle in the plan here. What the hell do I do? If I go into Sylveon, they can't knock it out. I kind of want them to knock it out. So I think I honestly go into Shiinotic. I think I go into Shiinotic because this will clear the board. I will be able to, you know, if they judge me or stamp me, because I don't think we've seen the A-Spec. Oh my goodness, we have double bosses. Yeah, we haven't seen their A-Spec, so I'm setting myself up for the best possible judge stamp protection. Because there's no way they can take a 4-prize turn. Oh, God. They are 1 damage counter away from taking a 4-prize turn. That was crazy. So if anyone had been damaged, what they could have done is put 30 on the Sylveon. So if this had 90 on it, they could have knocked out the Sylveon. Oh, no, they couldn't. Okay, good. My math skills are great. Oh, yeah, they can't stamp me. I'm the best Salazzle player in the world. All right, so this was all part of my plan, and I just won the game, right? Because I can knock out anybody. I am the best Salazzle. How is this deck so good? I do not understand. Like, I know it's probably because people aren't used to playing against this, but I have done randomly well with this. How is Salazzle goated? I have beaten off everybody. This is not like a janky drag. This is a tier 1. This is the Dragapult deck. This is the Dragapult deck you will see at a tournament if you play IRL and you want to just smell all those bare feet in the summer cooking in the room where the air conditioning's off. If you ever go to a tournament and the air conditioning's turned off, that was me. Yeah, how is Salazzle this good? Apparently you should play it because no one's got boss's orders and you can stop Fezandipiti, you can stop Unfair Stamp. This gives me diarrhea.